What's up? What's up? Hello, hello, and welcome to the Tyler and Paula show. I'm Paula,
And I'm Tyler.
and tonight is our season 2, episode 9. It is officially spooky season. Halloween is right around the corner. That is coming up in just a few weeks. I'm so excited. It is that time of year. I get to decorate. I can't wait. I've been looking at fall decorations all day.
I'm just excited about the weather. I don't know about y'all, but I do not like the heat. I love the leaves falling, cool brisk. Oh, soon I'll be able to get my hoodie and it will be magical and perfect.
Leaves are starting to change colors. I love it because we live in the mountain area, and I was literally driving down the road the other day. It was like literally yesterday, and all the leaves, like there's still a bunch of green trees, but there's a bunch of leaves start to change colors, and the breeze blows, and you see leaves falling. It's just all excited. So tonight we have a little thing that we want to do tonight. So Tyler had this great idea that he wanted to talk about horror movies because it is spooky season. So what comes around is a bunch of all the horror films and stuff like that. So we've been watching some scary movies. He made me we literally just got done watching a scary movie. He just made me watch Insidious, and I don't know if y'all have ever seen those movies. They're not like scary. I mean, they're scary, but they're not like scary like that to me. It's more of like weird and it freaks me out type deal. I don't know. Insidious, that and The Grudge. The Grudge is like my ultimate fear. Oh my God, I don't want to watch those movies. Done. No. But yeah, so we can. I have this little idea. We could talk about some of our favorite scary movies. Talk about some of our favorite scenes, and then we can rate our movies.
Well,
1 to 10.
I thought we could do like a top 10.
We could do our top 10.
Do our top 10 and then be like
rated.
One is because it fits all the categories of a scary movie. Something that's like we'll go into the categories later.
Okay, so let's start with number 10. Should we start with the bottom or the top? What would be the worst?
Well, before we even get into that, don't we do the...
Yeah, but I don't know. Okay, before we hop into that, we're going to do our little segment. We'll light up with Tyler and Paula. So before we hop into that, I'm going to turn the camera off here. And we're going to do our little smoky session. So if you are joining us today, go ahead and light up with us today. Here, I can actually do this.
I'm networking right now.
Tyler is networking right now.
And also my mother messaged me. So always message your mother back if she messages you.
So if you are joining us today and you would like to smoke your local CBD, go ahead and light up your local CBD along with us. Tyler has this little bong that he likes to smoke his CBD out of, and yesterday had a big boo-boo.
Just fell out of my hands.
Broke all into little bitty pieces.
It did. And as soon as it fell out of my hands and before it even hit the floor, I knew what was going to happen.
I was just sitting there and I just heard glass break and I looked over. I was like, oh my God, what was that? And he just had this look on his face. He just looked at me and I was like, oh. He said, it was my bong. I was like, oh my God.
Her name was Little Bitch. She was a perfect little, tiny little bong.
We still don't even have a good name for this one yet. So yeah, he went and bought another one. We don't really have a name for it yet. It's covered in jewels.
I was thinking about calling it a shooting star because it has stars on it.
But it's not. I don't know.
I don't know either.
But also, if you are joining us today, I would like to hear from you your favorite time, your favorite part about the spooky season. What is your most favorite thing? Is it going to the pumpkin patch? Is it carving pumpkins? Is it the Thanksgiving? Is it? I'm more of. I like Thanksgiving because of the food and everything, but I'm more of the spooky person myself. I like to be more towards the Halloween side myself.
Well, if we're talking about favorite things about fall, my list goes on and on. But up there, at least in my top 2, is football season.
It is football time in Tennessee. Tyler was much happier this week. Tennessee won their game last weekend.
Yeah, I know. They looked a whole lot better. But I'll get into that when I catch my breath later on. But I figured we could start because I could ramble on about Tennessee Vols and everything for a minute. And I mean, I guess I could do that first unless you want to do the top 10.
No, go ahead.
All right. So, the Tennessee Volunteers. I was much happier because, like, from the get-go, they're, for one, they were pissed and whatnot. But Joe Milton ran for 80-something. I think it was like 80 yards for a touchdown. Bam! And then he was looking good, and the offense was looking good, and everything was good. And then they kind of did a dirty move, Joe Milton. They kind of injured him up a little, but he did not stay down. He got back up and was continuing on.
You say Joe Milton. I don't even know who Joe Milton is.
Quarterback.
Okay.
Which she does. She says I don't listen because I've told her Joe Milton is the quarterback for going on.
When it comes to football, it doesn't really stick with me. It's not one of those things that really just sticks with me,
But so he was doing good. They were all doing good. He got a little banged up. But this week, they're going up against South Carolina. And South Carolina was the game last year that we went there, and their crowd was just crazy, and it just messed up, our playoff chances pretty much. And it was a lot to do with their crowd and the environment. But now they have to come to Knoxville. And Neyland Stadium in Knoxville is a whole lot bigger and a whole lot louder than those little, cock-a-doodle-doo little roosters in South Carolina. Their mascot is a rooster. They're the Gamecocks. So
okay.
They ain't going to, this weekend I might be grilling up some, chicken.
Some chicken.
We're going to cook some gamecock. They're going to feed it to the dog, too. Smoky.
Well, you just go right ahead.
But very, very important game, SEC game. They really, really need to win. And if they play like they did in that first half, they're probably going to win.
Nice little refresher. And we're back.
So yeah. Go Vols. If you're going to Neyland Stadium this weekend, you're a Vols fan, just be as loud as you can. Anyway, scary time. Football season, Thanksgiving, hoodie season.
Zip up that jacket. Weather. Brisk. Cool. Mornings. It's going to be all foggy. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love waking up in the morning, walking down the hallway, we had these big freaking double doors and these big ass like windows on the doors, and I can literally see like my front yard as soon as I walk down the hallway. Hang on a second. And anyways, I can walk out. I can walk out in the morning, and I can just see the fog and the sunlight coming through the fog, and it's just so pretty, so pretty. My favorite time. My favorite time of year.
So on scary movies, what would be, and the categories would be, for one, like, I feel like realistic, because I feel like that's scary as well. Like, if it's realistic, the how another factor is how scary it was to you, and just based overall just good movie.
So you want to list off just like the basics, like Freddy, Jason.
I mean, if that makes your top 10, like,
Okay, so the Halloween movie is pretty scary. The Michael Myers and all the ones with Jamie Lee Curtis and all that. I really like all those. Those are some of my favorite movies, like scary movies.
okay, but like top 10, number 10. What is your number 10?
10 being worst or 10 being best.
Well, number 1 being the best. 10's not worse because I mean there's thousands of scary movies out there. It made your top 10.
To be honest, I probably can't even list off a full 10 scary movies right now.
Can we do? You want to do 5? Can you do 5?
Okay, the Wrong Turn movies, those are pretty scary. So can we list off like groups of movies, like the Wrong Turn movies, the Halloween Michael Myers movies, and then we have the Jason movies. Then the Freddy movies are pretty scary. And then the Grudge movies. The Grudge probably scares me the worst. So that would probably be like my top number 1 scariest. The Grudge.
All right, I will go first so you can get a little. Number 10. My number 10 would probably be Halloween, the second one, not the first one.
Halloween 2.
Yeah, Halloween 2. And because it's a classic, so it makes my top 10, whatnot. And
So, question: are we listing our favorite scary movies or like favorite Halloween movies? Because I would change mine if we're listing off Halloween movies.
Scary movies.
Okay.
Like, it could be Halloween, it could be scary. I mean, it's Halloween scary is tomato. The
Okay.
horror films.
Horror films.
Number 9 probably would be Jeepers Creepers.
I didn't even think about those. Jeepers Creepers.
7. Am I on 7?
Number 8.
Number 8.
List off 10 and 9.
Yeah. Number 8 would be Jason 2. Well, not Jason 2, but Friday the 13th. All right. Friday the 13th, part 3. Not part 1, not part 2. Because part 1 is his mother and everything, and that's not scary. But part 3 is really where he already has this, mask, and he's, early Jason. All right. Number 7.
Yes.
7 would be the Nightmare on Elm Street, the Dream Warriors, which is like one of the last ones that they made. It's like 5, or Nightmare on Elm Street 5, or it's one of the last ones. 6.
It's a moth. It's a little baby moth. Yeah, right there.
6 would be Wrong Turn.
'Cause
5. Number 5 would be Freddy versus Jason because you get Freddy, you get Jason. I mean, it's just a good. Like, if you like the Jason movies and you like Freddy movies and you haven't seen Freddy versus Jason, go watch it. It is good because it's everything I wanted it to be, you know.
What are you talking about? Isn't there like two, like an old one and a new one?
No,
or is it just one?
There's just one.
Okay, never mind.
There's a new Friday the 13th movie, which would be my number 4. The newer Friday the 13th that came out. And then number 3 would be the newer Nightmare on Elm Street that came out. Number 2 would be Insidious. And then number 1, just because the shit could really happen. Because Jason's not real. If he is real, you just don't go to the lake. Freddy's pretty creepy. He gets you in your dreams and whatnot. Michael, man, he only comes out on Halloween and he's after his sister and his family. He ain't after
he only kills you if you're in the way.
Yeah, get out of his way. Steer clear. But for my number 1 would be Paranormal Activity, the very first one, because when that shit came out, how they filmed it, how they did it, was it real? I don't know. I feel like it was real. It was real enough to make it look like it was real, and they were actually filming this shit, and that to me was what made it scary. It was good.
Yes, I would have to agree.
It just kept me on the edge, and that would be my number 1. That's my top 10.
That went down the wrong way. I would have to agree with you. I think my number 1. Well, to this day, The Grudge is probably still going to be my number 1. But Paranormal Activity probably like number 2 because
that just made me laugh. That just
don't do that. Please don't do that. I really don't like that noise.
It sounds like a frog. Coming at you, scare frog.
I really don't like that noise. It really freaks me out. I don't know why, but that movie really scared me. And there was this movie.
If you ever make me really mad, just know at night or sleeping, I just ammunition.
Tyler, that's not funny. That movie really does freak me out. It really does. All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
But it's in China. We're not in China.
The first one's the scariest.
But we're not even in China.
It's not about China. It doesn't have to be in China.
Wait. They're all in China. I've watched all of them.
Whatever. I don't care. It still freaks me out. The Grudge is my number 1. Paranormal Activity. Number 2. Number 3 would probably have to be Freddy because he does come at you in your dreams. And I used to have a lot of night terrors and scary dreams and stuff like that. And I still do have freaky fucking dreams sometimes.
And she also has adventurous dreams where she's climbing mountains and rock climbing walls.
My dreams make no sense. Absolutely no sense. Yeah, that one was legit. I woke up and saw that. It was there. It was there. It was fucking there. I don't know how to explain it. Number 4. What did I say number 3 was?
I think we said number 1 was
the Nightmare on Elm Street with Freddy. Yeah, because he is comes to you in your dreams. I'd have to agree with you on Michael Myers. He's really not that scary if you stay out of his way. He's not gonna fuck with you, so I'm really not worried about him. Those are some good scary movies.
More with thrills.
Yeah.
Same thing with Jason. You scared, Jason?
I don't like Jason. It is freaky.
Man, I think Jason's cool. I like his get up, the hockey mask, machete. Like,
Now I'll say I'll have to go with Wrong Turn next because cannibals are like a realistic thing.
yeah.
Cannibals are real. They will fucking you do if you do take a wrong turn. By God,
When we're in the woods, you take a wrong turn here, you never know where you're going.
true that, true that.
Take its livery.
So I would have to say all of the Wrong Turn movies because that's pretty scary.
You know, Hills Have Eyes. That one's very good too.
I haven't seen that in a really long time, so I honestly can't even remember.
Well, guess what? We're going to be watching soon.
Number 5, I don't know. The Last House on the Left. Pretty scary movie. The Cabin in the Woods. Cabin in the Woods. I can't listen anymore. So
I mean, there's Jeepers Creepers.
I'm not worried about Jeepers Creepers.
It.
No. I'm not gonna float too.
I don't want to float.
Nope.
There is, well, I was hoping that, we would have a little bit more, people in the comments and everything, and they would help me remember and whatnot. And I have a pretty good memory whenever it comes to scary movies. I mean, there's Dracula and the vampire, and the werewolf and Frankenstein, and those are, like the classic ones. Now of those three,
Frankenstein.
now of like a really old movies like Frankenstein, Werewolf, The Mummy,
Dracula.
Out of all those, which one's your favorite?
Dracula.
I like Dracula too.
That house thing.
The Werewolf's pretty cool too. For a long time, I was always a vampire.
I was too.
For Halloween.
I did
For
vampire.
like a good 5 or 6 years in a row, I was a vampire.
I did it for like maybe 2 or 3 years.
I was a vampire for a while, and then I learned if I have a mask, I can always, because my mom would always take my candy and everything. And it was always the goods too, and she would just leave me with stuff that just the random stuff that she didn't like, but the really good stuff she would always take. Anyway, long story short, I learned if I got a mask, I can go out and go trick-or-treating, change my mask, boom, go again. I'll get my mom a bag, I'll get me a bag.
There you go. I never did that. I just went trick-or-treating.
Well, I got tired of my mom stealing my candy. I had to do something. And she wasn't going to go out trick-or-treating. She was full of excuses.
Well, I wasn't that smart. I had my one bag of candy, and I just when candy disappeared, I just had to deal with it.
My brother, early on, when we would go out trick-or-treating near the end, I learned how to bargain and everything at a young age through trick-or-treating candy with my brother. Learned how to trade. I'll give you 2 Milky Ways for 2 Kit Kats.
I feel like me and my brother did some of that trading shit too. Also, my cousins that we went trick-or-treating with. I like the chocolate and then
you can't
tarts and stuff like that.
You can't trick-or-treat like you used to.
No.
Used to just go out, neighborhood trick-or-treating. Now we have to freaking go to churches and trunk-or-treats and all that.
Well,
there was one neighborhood we did find last year in Graysville.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
remember. Oh, we're gonna go there again this year. It's over there. It's right over there by the police department and fire department.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't know. Spooky stuff. You never know. That time of the year. Go away. Shoot.
The neighbors could be going at it.
Go away.
Turn the music off. Oh, I think it's their truck. I think it's the neighbors. Sounds like their truck is running.
Probably.
I think Val just hurt himself.
There's one.
Spooky. I can't wait to carve some pumpkins. This year we're going to a pumpkin patch.
Well, we need to do it soon.
We're gonna get some family pictures done at a pumpkin patch this year. I'm excited. I want to do that, and I want to get a big one printed off, and I want to hang it up in our living room.
We'll do it on Sunday.
And I want to decorate for fall
I like
and
to
Halloween. I want to put pumpkins everywhere.
I like pumpkins. They're the right color.
I want pumpkins. I want pillows and decorations. We are finally getting our house back organized. We're getting rid of all these cats.
Cat free almost.
We have at least 3 more kittens to get rid of, and possibly the mama.
Oh, we're gonna run the mama. Mama kittens. Gone.
And we'll have 3 cats. We're done.
Because mystery over here, someone's gonna get fixed. Mm-hmm. I know.
You're good, kitty.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna go get him fixed. You'll get Medusa fixed. And
That's it.
Gucci. Joker's already fixed. Sam's. Kitty. Got it. I love cats.
I like cats. I just don't like, a dozen cats.
We found this great little place to take them to. I'll do a little promoting for them here. It's called Alley Cat Cafe here in Dayton. They're a wonderful little place. They have all these little kitties and they just run around. It's this cute little shop. And they're taking in our cats for us. And we make donations. And I'll probably, donate some food and stuff and toys here and there. And it's very nice. Very nice little place. And I'm very, very happy they were willing to take our kitties and make this household a little less hectic for us.
On the money we're going to save on not having to buy so much cat food and cat litter. We can actually get one of those fancy cat boxes that cleans itself.
I know. Yes. Spooky season.
Yep. And also football season. Soon to be hoodie season.
I'm not too much worried about the football season like you are. You like the football season.
Well, it's very interesting. And, I was actually going to tell you this earlier, but I forgot to tell you. It was very interesting is everyone in the SEC. So in football, you have conferences. There's different conferences. They're like groups, okay, depending on the school and everything. The SEC is a big group. It has schools like Alabama, Tennessee, Florida, Georgia, Ole Miss, South Carolina, Kentucky, Missouri. Now, you have other stuff like the Pac-10 and the Conference USA. In the Conference USA, you have schools like Memphis and, Army and Navy.
See, all this stuff, I have no idea.
And they're a little bit smaller conferences and everything. But in the SEC, you have every year you have to play people in your conference.
Okay.
No matter what.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
Somebody, do you know what he's talking about?
You always have to play the people in your group. Now, you will face other people like one or two times from another group. Like they'll, for the SEC, they'll schedule someone easy and whatnot. But I feel like everyone in the SEC this year is going to have a loss. That means I feel like Georgia's going to have a loss in the conference. Tennessee already got their loss to Florida. Alabama's going to get a loss. I feel like everyone this year is going to get lost. I feel like if Georgia does not lose till they get to Tennessee, they will lose in Tennessee. And then, that will be their conference loss and everything. I do not feel like any team this year in the SEC will go undefeated because it is getting extremely hard to play in other people's, home field, which is what it should be, home field advantage and everything. But some reason Alabama's been slack on their home field. I don't know what's been going on. They've been losing there. But this coming up game, though, is versus South Carolina, which is a conference game. Now, we lost to Florida, so we are 0 wins and 1 loss in the conference. So if we beat South Carolina, then we will be 1-1 in the conference and so on and so forth. Okay?
A lot of football talk.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to, we go for an hour or whatnot. And I felt like you was right out of state. I told you I could talk football and everything.
I don't understand football, but we can talk football.
I'm educated over here. If you
keep on educating.
If you listen,
I'm listening.
So, what are the conferences? What are those?
You got the SEC and then you got the NFL.
No. No.
You got the SEC and then you got college.
No.
And NFL and the SEC is. The SEC is like Memphis State and no.
You're just making it worse. I apologize for that. She doesn't know. I'm sorry. She didn't listen. She says I don't listen. I listen better than that. I can at least, fill a little bit of the blank. So, in college football, there's different groups. Okay, the SEC is one of those groups. In the SEC, you have Tennessee.
Okay, hang on. In college football, is that what you said?
This is college football.
Different groups.
Yes.
Okay. In those groups, you have the SEC, and in that SEC,
No.
No.
In college football, you have different groups.
I got that.
Okay. The SEC is one of those groups.
I said that.
No, you did.
The SEC is one of those groups, and Tennessee is in that group.
Yes, Tennessee is in the SEC.
That's what I said. You said no.
Okay. And so is like Alabama, LSU, and a bunch of big schools. Now, schools like Chattanooga, they're in a different group. Okay?
Yes, because they're not a big school.
Yes. So, whenever, every year, you have to play people in your group and whatnot. That's why we play Florida, Alabama, Georgia every single year. No matter what, Tennessee will play Florida, Alabama, Georgia, Kentucky, Vanderbilt.
Yes, I know this.
Every year. So Georgia, they're in our little group. And I feel like everyone in the SEC group is going to lose to another SEC team this year. We lost to Florida. Georgia, if we beat Georgia and then Kentucky loses to someone and so forth, and everyone has a loss, it's not going to be so bad for Tennessee losing to Florida in the long run.
What?
They're going crazy.
Spooky.
What are you gonna do? You gonna bark? What are they gonna do?
They're gonna bark.
In this game coming up in South Carolina. Now, last year we only lost 2 games, and that was in Georgia and in South Carolina. Both of those teams are playing in Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, and one of those is this Saturday, and that is those freaking Gamecocks of South Carolina. And I'm not going to the game, so I really hope everyone that is going to the game remembered how bad their crowd was to us last year and how loud it was and how difficult they made it for us. And you know what? We have a bigger stadium, a bigger crowd, and we can be 10 times as loud. So this Saturday, I think it's more important for the fans to be louder than the players to be good. So, same thing goes for Georgia when they play Georgia.
Sorry about Dad.
Grief.
So, I've had this idea for a few days now that I haven't thrown at you, and I think I'm going to go ahead and throw it at you now. I want to have a fall festival. I want to invite some people over, and I want to have everybody bring their favorite dish, their favorite fall dish, and we can have our little buffet, and we can do that. We could carve pumpkins, and the kids can play, and we could have on a scary movie.
I was about to say that almost, first, where you first was going, I was about to say, that almost sounds like Thanksgiving. I want everyone to come over and bring a dish.
Like a spooky dish.
Yeah, but who gonna come?
We can invite a bunch of people.
I have no friends.
We can invite my dad and my sister. We can invite Jessie. We can invite Brandy and her boyfriend and their kids. And then we can invite Selena and Willow. And Selena's, I think it's her husband now, or her fiance or something like that. And then we could invite, I would say Caitlin. Maybe. Caitlin and Ray. And then we can invite Corey and Ashley. Corey and Ashley already want to do a freaking chili night with us. Have a big ass chili buffet dinner type thing. All the different toppings. You know that thing I shared on Facebook? Yeah. So, we could do something like that. It'd be fun. We could have all these spooky dishes and stuff like that. We could just eat and chat and play games, and we could carve pumpkins and paint pumpkins, and
let me just
we can even have a little bonfire and roast marshmallows.
Let me just say this. I'll put this on record and everything. I do not care what we do, and I will do it with you. as long as it does not interference or affect with anything that is circled or highlighted on our calendar,
Okay.
and we plan accordingly to that.
That's fine. That's fine. But I definitely want to have like a little. I want to do a little fall festival where everybody comes and they dress up in costumes, and you
That's
know,
that's fine, and I want to be there and not be elsewhere.
I think that would be so cool. We could like decorate the house.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it'll be like we could do it on like a Saturday after your football game, or like a Sunday or
Yeah, I would do
something.
it on Sunday. I would do it on Saturday, because there's just because that's what I was saying earlier. This year, it's just been so
Or we could
good
have it on
football.
a Saturday where there's football involved, and you and everybody else that likes football could watch football, and we could have a big ass buffet and stuff like that. And then when the football's over, we can go roast
Well, football's
marshmallows.
never over. It starts at 12. It doesn't end until 10. It just depends on what your game is, but there's usually there's games going on through them. Now the 10 o'clock games are really not that important or whatnot, but
Anyways, I think that'd be fun, and I really want to do that.
like
I told you,
Sunday.
I told you last year that I wanted to do that, but I was like extra pregnant, and I was like, no, I just can't do it this year. And I was like, next year definitely. So it is next year.
Well, I feel like it was just like Sunday will be
Okay, we'll probably like mid October.
because the only thing I watch on Sunday is the Titans, but they break my heart every single time, so it doesn't matter. Titans be breaking
Fall
my heart.
Festival. We'll call it the Harrison's Fall Festival. I don't know. I want to do things like that. I want to have like a little fall festival, and then I want to have like a Friendsgiving, and then I want to have like a little Christmas thing where we can have friends over. We could do like gag gifts and dirty Santa and shit like that.
I mean, yeah, that sounds fun.
It does, doesn't it? We need to do things like that. YOLO, we need to do things
Well,
like that.
the thing is, I've always wanted to do things, and have friends, but you are my friend. you're my only friend.
You're my friend too. Oh, I know who else we can invite. We can invite people from work. We can invite Caleb and Nathan and Carter and Cassie.
But they're not my friends yet.
But you've met Caleb, Nathan, and Jonathan and Adam.
Out of all of them, I like Adam the most.
He's really chill. Very chill. My hair look a little crazy. A little bit. Did that with no camera. But yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun.
Like I said, I don't care. That's fine, you know.
Do a little fall fest.
It's just this year in college football is very interesting. Because usually it's not this interesting. Usually, normally, Alabama would be dominating, or Georgia, someone just, you could just tell one team is just going to go undefeated, but everyone has looked like trash or had their trashy moments. So, it's very interesting.
Yes, I believe you. I want to tell you why I want to do this fall festival. When I was younger, my mom used to have this friend. She used to have these she called it a fall ball. Well, that's what we'll call it, a fall ball. She called it a fall ball, where we all went to her house, and it was kind of like out in the country and everything. And so she would always have, she made this brown sugar chili. That's where I got the recipe. That's why I make the brown sugar chili like I do. And everybody always brought, like a spooky dish, or, something like that to kind of we always had like this buffet thing type set out. And we always, she had the house decorated, spooky and stuff like that. It was very cool. and the kids played and ran around and stuff, and everybody ate and snacked, and we would carve pumpkins, we would paint pumpkins, and then later we would have a big bonfire, we'd roast s'mores and stuff like that. It was always really good and a lot of fun, and it was one of my favorite things to do as a kid. Whenever it was, spooky season, let's go to the fall ball. One of my favorite things I look forward to, and I haven't been in a really long time. And now that I'm older, I'm thinking, maybe I can just do our own.
Well, that sounds like a very, very good idea, and we can do that. And I like fall stuff, Halloween stuff.
I think it would be cool. A lot of fun.
Well, let's do it. I just hope people show up. Like I said.
And if we plan it enough in advance, we could invite Shelby and Puckett and all
that. Yeah, but I mean,
just not plan it the same weekend as his birthday. Because his birthday's in October. They always do the Halloween party for his birthday.
We can invite him, but just a long ways.
It is. I mean, we used to go there for his birthday.
Yeah, but we were only an hour away.
Yeah, true. But they haven't had one in a couple of years either.
Well, they've had their own stuff going on.
They have. But I really want to do that.
Everyone just seems to always have their own thing going on, and just is always, busy.
Well, we can plan it and see what happens.
We can. If not,
I can message some people in advance.
It doesn't matter, because I know my one true best friend and partner in crime will be there no matter what. So it don't matter. I'm talking about Glitter Sparkles.
And I'm sure if I tell my sister that we're going to do this, she'd be like, oh, heck yeah, she'd be down. She'd come over here and help me decorate and all kinds of stuff.
She'd be like, oh, spookiness. Oh, let's see.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Her sister is a character.
For sure. Love her to death, though. Saw her today at Lowe's, and she was so excited. She's building her own little tiny home. She bought this. It's basically a tiny home already, but there's nothing inside. It's just walls, and there's no insulation, there's no drywall, there's no nothing like that on the inside. She's literally building it from scratch on the inside. They're putting in insulation. They were at Lowe's today, and they were buying water pipes so they could start hooking up. They've already bought a shower that they've done put in, but they're getting ready to hook up the water pipes and all that. So they're gonna put all the water pipes in there, and then they're gonna start building the kitchen and get all the water pipes for the kitchen and the laundry room set up. The laundry room is gonna be in the kitchen. I think she said she's gonna have a stackable washer and dryer.
Hold on. She will have all this in that little house.
It's actually pretty decent size. It's about the length. Well, it's probably not the length of our house. It's probably a little bit shorter than the length of our house. But
you said she'll have a washing machine.
It's gonna be one bedroom.
Sink.
It's gonna be one bedroom, one bathroom, and then a kitchen, and little sink area, little dining table.
Claustrophobic.
She's gonna be the only one in there.
I know. I would too. I would get claustrophobic. It's a pretty
big little, and if you set it up right, it can be pretty spacious.
Well, she's small, so I guess.
She said the bathroom is going to be 14 feet by 10 feet or 9 feet or something like that.
Well, kudos to her. I'm a little bit bigger and taller. A bit more space.
We do need a bigger house for sure. That is our next to-do thing. Why'd you turn the camera on?
Because I was dealing with whiny butt.
The big baby, Robin.
My first child, my fur baby.
Well,
you can go follow her on I'm That Boxer
on
on Instagram.
She's got almost 800 followers.
Yeah, she has more than me.
She does have a lot of followers. She's a popular little doggy.
Yeah, she's not following that many.
No.
We need to update her little profile and everything.
Yep. I haven't updated Instagram, any of my Instagrams, I feel like ever. I actually deleted a bunch of shit off my first Instagram. A bunch of my highlights were just bullshit and really didn't make sense. So but we've been on here almost an hour and I'm getting pretty tired.
Yep.
Baby's whining. We can get her lay down.
And we gotta get up early in the morning and get my parent grind on, get the coffee going, get the children ready for school.
Yep.
Watching another little baby on top of that.
Daddy daycare over here.
Yeah, exhausted.
I don't work tomorrow morning. I work tomorrow night.
And now she gets to be here for the fun with me again.
But we are going to be back next Monday, 9 p.m. EST. Please make sure you go to our Twitch channel and give us a follow or subscribe, whatever pops up. Make sure you can check out our YouTube channel. I think it's the Tyler and Paula show, or it could be KWGS. I don't know. And then our Facebook channel. Go to our Facebook channel and give us a like there and a follow. You can stay up to date on us. We're gonna be updating that here more because we slacked on that there for a while. So we're gonna be back doing that and back every Monday. So catch us next Monday, 9 p.m.
I did not stream today, video game wise. One, because I am stuck in this spaceship battle, which is really, really hard. Which I've been streaming Starfield here recently, and Starfield, it is an amazing game. And I found out it makes it even more amazing. You can only play on Xbox or PC. You cannot play this game if you have a PlayStation. So y'all have Spider-Man, but guess what? We have Space Skyrim. Space Fallout. You go, be a pirate and just go and take over planets and just take over ships and just be a bad guy. You could be like a good guy, which is what I'm started with, like a space ranger, and try to bring peace and everything and try to fight off the pirates and everything. And it's amazing. And Glitter and Sparkles, Paula over here, whatever, just hop into it, she would get lost just like me.
Well, I don't really have time to just get lost. I gotta stay focused on the path that I'm on right now, which is opening up my business.
Loaded Tea, Trippy Teas.
Trippy Tea, Loaded Business. If you want to know more about that, check out our last episode.
Yep, and you can also go to her website.
It is not fully done yet.
Oh, not fully done yet. So website coming soon.
The website is coming soon.
Yep.
But until then, ta-ta for now. Thank you all for joining us and listening to our podcast tonight. We love you guys. Oops, wrong button. But we will see you next Monday. Bye.